Welcome to our conversation about two excellent programs at Blue Ridge Community and Technical College, the Applied Laboratory Technician Program and the Environmental Technician Program. I'm Elizabeth Spring. I'm the Program Manager for the Applied Laboratory Technician Program. This evening, we also have Alan Runquist, the Program Coordinator for the Environmental Technician Program. We have three students, Donovan, Chase, and Lizzie, who are going to share their experiences that they've had here at Blue Ridge. Here you have contact information for the Environmental Science Program. You can reach out to Alan, and for the Applied Laboratory Technician Program, you can reach out to me, Elizabeth Spring. You can email us or call us at any time, and we're happy to set up a one-on-one with you or answer your questions or just help you get started with enrolling at classes here at Blue Ridge. Okay, Alan?
Okay, as Elizabeth stated earlier, my name is Alan Runquist, and I am the program coordinator for the environmental technician and the occupational technician programs. I'm just going to go over some things that we've done here and some general information. First of which is that the environmental technician field is rather broad, and you can go a lot of different ways with this field. You can do anything from forestry to water treatment to environmental studies to construction and or environmental compliance. So you just have a lot of options if you were to choose this program. As some examples of that, I have two pictures here of things that students have been involved with. The first of which out there on the top is the Shepherdstown train station rain garden. You can see it there on the right. It's the dark area. And there's some water-loving plants planted in there. And Blue Ridge students were involved in the design of that and in the calculation of the rain off of that roof there you see in the foreground. Also on the bottom here, we have two students taking macroinvertebrate samples from a stream, also something that is planned in the environmental program. On the left, you can see the median salary, which is about $46,540 a year, or give or take around $22.38 an hour. And if you have any questions, as Elizabeth said, please contact me, and I'm going to head off to Elizabeth here to talk about her program.
All right. Now we're at the Applied Laboratory Technician Program. The jobs that our students get are as quality assurance technicians. They get jobs in local industry. There are all sorts of employers up and down I-81. As examples of where our students have gotten jobs, they've gotten jobs at P&G. They've gotten jobs at ATL, which is a contractor for P&G. They go to work for places like Lonza, a biological company, Logoplast and Technomark, which are plastic manufacturers. We've had a student go to work for Berkeley County Water. Our students get jobs. There are lots of jobs out there. We've had employers come and seek our students. The median salary is about $49,000 a year or $23 an hour. Our students work in laboratory settings. We have pictures there of our labs that are in Morgan County on top and in Martinsburg at our technical center on bottom. We train you to use laboratory equipment. We are about training you to do techniques to have, we train you in skills. And it's very hands-on. And we'd love to have you in the program.
Okay, so we're going to move on here. We have three students with us today, as Elizabeth stated. We have Lizzie, Donovan, and Chase, and we're going to ask them some questions about their experiences here at Blue Ridge. So the first of those questions is, why did all of you choose Blue Ridge? If you have any comments.
Well, I chose Blue Ridge Community College because I felt like I wanted to stay home instead of traveling farther places to get my associate's degree, and I wanted to begin with just somewhere close, that way I can stay nearby and then eventually move on if I decide to get my bachelor's or master's.
Yeah.
Donovan, do you have any comments? Or?
Yeah, I chose Bull Ridge for a few reasons. One, it was fairly inexpensive as a community college as a community college is. It was close by, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with colleges, so it seemed like a community college was a good basal step, and I chose this one.
For me, I chose Blue Ridge because it seemed like the perfect stepping stone, a really good opportunity to jumpstart my career, close to home, around familiar surroundings. And also it helped knowing some students at Blue Ridge that had went to schools in the area, just to see familiar faces, and to also get their input on what they thought of Blue Ridge as well.
I have another question here though. What do all of you think makes Blue Ridge different than other colleges?
It's different because you have a more personal outlook with the teachers compared to, say, a bigger university with having multiple students compared to having a less classroom, like with less students compared to, say, the bigger universities. So you can be like a teacher to student ratio more is less compared to a bigger university.
Yeah, I agree with Chase. The staff is very respectable. They care about the futures of their students. It's a very relaxed environment. It's good atmosphere. It's got good vibes. Great place.
Glad to hear it. And Lizzie, yourself?
Like I agree with Chase and Donovan, you will not find professors or faculty more focused on bettering your education and furthering your opportunities in the area. As Ms. Spring mentioned, they do exhaust every effort that they can to provide all means necessary to find jobs after school, to help you in any way that they possibly can during school. And just even with transfers, you have so many opportunities at Blue Ridge, so many new programs that they're offering with great professors and faculty in those as well.
Okay then. What are all of you looking forward to in your programs and your time at Blue Ridge?
I'm looking forward to see how far this takes me with the environmental science field, and also I'm in the occupational major, but I just want to see how far I can make it and maybe possibly get my bachelor's or maybe a master's and work in the field one day.
Yeah, don't mind the dog. After I get my associate's degree with Blue Ridge, CDC, I'm not sure exactly if I want to continue, get a bachelor's or something bigger at some other college, or to go straight into the workforce. I'm still thinking about that. But whatever the case, there's definitely going to be a use for what I'm doing right now.
Blue Ridge definitely sets you up for success outside of school. So I'm pretty excited. I'm graduating next spring. So I'm excited to see where the program will take me after school, in applying those skills and practical lessons that I have learned, and how I would be applying that technique in real world experiences. So yeah, like I said before, Blue Ridge is an awesome stepping stone to get where your future is taking you, whether that be a bachelor's degree, a master's, doctorate, wherever you're going to go. Blue Ridge really sets you up for success.
Yes. No, as we said here, I know that you've been at Blue Ridge here a little while. What's your favorite thing that you've done at Blue Ridge so far?
My favorite is that last semester we got to have our CPR certification and first aid and AED, and we were very hands-on at the tech center, and we got to get our certification paid for from our class, and it's a good thing to have just to save somebody in the future one day. I mean, you never know when anything could happen, and it just teaches you more in depth about what you need to be precautious for.
How about you, Donovan? What do you think spending?
I'd say one of my favorite moments in general has been doing lab days with Mrs. Spring for the lab tech program. Very in depth for as much of the basics we were going through. Had a great time working with others. It was good. It was a good experience.
For me, I really enjoyed STEAM Night. We had it last year, pre-COVID, unfortunately. But just getting to see kids in the community do science activities and really learn through that. Blue Ridge really does try to help through community outreach. And they do all sorts of fun activities and events for college students and even for families in the community as well. I just really appreciate how community minded Blue Ridge is and how they really not only care about their students, but their surroundings as well.
Lizzie, I'm going to interrupt here. What about the electrophoresis you did this semester?
Yes, that was very exciting. I actually really enjoyed that. I got to do a gel electrophoresis by myself, and I had only ever seen it done on big machines at the USDA facilities and how they do it with computerized systems. But I actually got to do it with a little kit, and it was super, super interesting. And it actually came out with pretty good results. So that's always encouraging.
Chase, did you like anything in the environmental science? That you're in?
I like that you showed us the leaves identification one day. Sure, it was hard during the COVID since we couldn't meet in person, but you showed us the tour of the Harper's Ferry leaves, and it was interesting that you taught us how you can pinpoint the different comparisons and how leaves may look dead on similar, but then one little prickle off of a side could literally just change how it becomes a different tree.
I plan on doing that with you more, hopefully in person at some point. That's possible. So, that more or less concludes our questions for this portion.
All right. We have one more program that we need to talk about. It's called Ascend. It's a program that some majors are eligible for at Blue Ridge, including the Applied Laboratory Technician program. It offers some financial assistance as well as some assistance with classes and preparing for the workforce. And Donovan is an Ascend student. This Ascend program allowed him to double major in environmental and in applied lab tech. And Donovan, can you tell us about your experiences with Ascend?
Yeah, so as you said, the plan that I had with Ascend was combining 2 majors at once for additional financial compensation, which is that's really awesome. It's really awesome to show to employers that right off the bat you have 2 majors done in 2 years. So that's a really good bonus. Plus they help you with stuff like gas and groceries, give you a little card to help you with that. Textbooks especially, they give you money to help with textbooks. That's really helpful, along with scholarships, deals, and helping with college in general. The staff of Ascend, they're very helpful, very kind people, looking for you to succeed. I've talked with them. They're very good. And
right.
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Donovan. I hope you've learned about our programs today. I hope that you can see yourself in one of these programs. We'd love to talk to you. You can set up a one-on-one meeting with Alan or with me, or you can just call and ask some more questions. And if you register for classes, we'll be sure to send you a goodie bag with all sorts of Blue Ridge paraphernalia, and we'll welcome you to the Ridge. Thank you.